Matt Gaetz is literally the worst pick in the world.
Matt Gaetz should have kept his day job.
He's been under investigation for alleged sexual misconduct and illicit drug use. He's caused disruption within his own party. However, as of yesterday afternoon, staunch loyalist and now former Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz is President-elect Trump's pick for Attorney General. And if reaction across Capitol Hill is any indication, the confirmation process is going to be an uphill battle.
But the president is smart enough and his team is smart enough to know that Mr. Gaetz will never get confirmed by the Senate whatsoever. And so,
I have faith in what President Trump, the people that he is going to put forth for office. There will be a confirmation process that will take place in the Senate. And so if there are any questions that any members of the Senate have, they'll have the opportunity to ask.
And if all of this isn't weird enough, if confirmed, Gaetz would actually become our nation's top prosecutor of the very same department that's been investigating him for years for allegations of his obstruction of justice and sex trafficking. But it doesn't stop there. Gaetz has also been investigated by the House Ethics Committee for alleged sexual misconduct and illicit drug use. Sources say the committee was just about to release that report, too. But after Trump plucked him for AG, Gaetz resigned from the House.
There are at least 30 Republican votes in the Senate telling Rapey McForehead that it ain't happening, baby. And with a 53-47 lead, you really only need 4 to crater this creep. Trump announced his intention to nominate Gaetz, and Gaetz quickly resigned from his seat in Congress. Why? Well, the House Ethics Committee report heard allegations he had sex with a minor, from the minor herself, and paid her to cover it up. And by quitting, he thinks he can stop the report from being released, which may not qualify him for Attorney General, but makes him a certified Florida resident. And now Fox is jumping ship as well.
Yeah. Democrats on the Senate Judiciary Committee are asking the House Ethics Committee to preserve and turn over all documents on former Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz. As you know, Gaetz is Trump's pick for Attorney General. He was the subject of an Ethics Committee investigation over whether he engaged in sexual misconduct and illicit drug use. The committee was supposed to vote on whether to release that report on Gaetz today, but now that Gaetz has resigned from Congress, the report has been scrapped. What are your thoughts on Matt Gaetz? Can he actually get confirmed, or is it not? He's not getting confirmed, and everybody knows that.
Look, Matt Gaetz is a brilliant legal mind. Matt Gaetz will be the left-wing socialist's worst enemy. I think he will get confirmed. The political witch hunt on the ethics reports have been done by House members, and we know who pushed that against him. He pushed back, but he has nothing to hide. Matt Gaetz is a tremendous pick. You can trust what he does, and he's a risk taker.
Risk taker? You mean by doing blow with a 17-year-old girl and taking her across state lines to do it? Well, you got a point. That is risky.
That's good to have to hear from you, because I know some of your colleagues don't feel that way. He said when he said he was resigning, he said, "I don't intend to take the oath again." So let's say he doesn't get confirmed. He's not coming back to Congress. He's out now?
Matt will have to answer that, but he can do anything he wants to do.
I hope he and Gaetz put up a do not disturb sign on their hotel door, because it sounds like some serious lovemaking going on. But Bartiromo's onto something here. Gaetz is in trouble. I mean, why else would they want to hide the House committee report on his pedo proclivities?
And Congressman Jordan, do you have any sense about what will happen with that House ethics report that was supposed to come out Friday? Remember, Gaetz had been accused of things and no prosecution had been continued. It had been dropped. But Dick Durbin's trying to get his hands on that report, obviously, to leak it out to hurt President Trump. What is your sense on that?
Well, it's my understanding that is not supposed to go public. So if it's not supposed to under the rules, it shouldn't go public. And what I know about Matt Gaetz is one of the best members we had on our committee. In my time in Congress, which has been a while, I don't know, there are very few people who have the cross-examination skills he does. And I want someone in the Justice Department who's not going to say moms and dads at school board meeting needs to be investigated. I want someone at the Justice Department who's going to say it's wrong for the FBI to do a memorandum and say that pro-life Catholics are extremists. I want someone at the Justice Department who can tell us who planted the pipe bombs on January 6th, who leaked the Dobbs opinion, who put cocaine at the White House instead of all the other stuff they seem to be focused on.
Who put cocaine in the White House? Really?
Donald Trump Jr.'s on cocaine.
Truth is, Gaetz was always a long shot. Calling him brilliant is a stretch. Well, maybe not in Republican circles.
Indictable. We need a full investigation into just how many puppies were eaten alive on Fauci's watch.
They're eating the dogs. And Republican Senators John Cornyn and Kevin Cramer, they say they absolutely want to see the House ethics report on Gaetz before casting a vote to confirm or not. And here's Jeff Duncan, the former lieutenant governor of Georgia, not exactly a bastion of liberalism.
The last 48 hours have really been probably historically the worst group of nominees. And for me, it's more about a peek into Donald Trump's thought process, his decision making. And we've seen the warning signs, we've heard the 911 calls from those closest to him that have seen him, how he makes these decisions. And he's unhinged with how he's going about this. Matt Gaetz is literally the worst pick in the world for Attorney General. If you're a family that's trying to seek justice because your loved one's been murdered, because your business has been fleeced by some sort of organized crime, and you're counting on the Department of Justice getting it right, Matt Gaetz is the probably worst person in the country to head up that organization.
Now, it is possible there's conspiracy happening.
What the hell did you just say?
Hold on. That wasn't my idea. But what if Trump wanted to get Gaetz out of the way? I mean, he wouldn't be the first person to hate Matt Gaetz.
And I'll give you the truth why I'm not Speaker. It's because one person, a member of Congress, wanted me to stop an ethics complaint because he slept with a 17-year-old.
This next guy is an ultra-conservative radio host who honestly is lost in all of this. Hugh Hewitt is like a lot of the fringe MAGA world, willing to offer up their ass to man titties because it makes them feel important. But the competitiveness in the party to be the biggest ass kisser is intense. So he came up with this anti-Gaetz conspiracy.
I have lots of opinions on Matt Gaetz, and you've heard me express them here for a long time. Kevin McCarthy has been my friend for 35 years, longer than I've known Dennis Prager. And Kevin McCarthy was ousted from the speakership because of Matt Gaetz. And I do not believe Matt Gaetz is responsible, and I don't think he should be near the fifth floor of the Department of Justice, and I trust the Senate. I do remind he's resigned from the House. Donald Trump could be playing 4D chess here because Matt Gaetz wanted to end the ethics investigation in the House. They lose jurisdiction when a member resigns, so that proceeding is closed, but their paper isn't closed, and that goes to the Senate Judiciary Committee. The FBI opens a full field background investigation of Matt Gaetz, and Matt Gaetz has to testify for as long as the Senate Judiciary Committee wants, and all of that is under oath.
But none of this should surprise anyone. Whatever the reason behind Gaetz' nomination, it could be some Machiavellian attempt to put a stake through his heart, or simply the Republican Party thinks men can do whatever they want with women.
Hey, we control your bodies. Guess what? Guys win again, okay? Men win again. And yes, we control your bodies. It's your body, my choice. And men, women again, you will never be the president of the global empire. Never gonna happen, sweetie.
Who knows what's going to happen, but there is a strong sense among women, not just Democrats, that Gaetz' nomination sent a message.
You're talking about Matt Gaetz. There's a 17-year-old girl out there terrified that all of her records, all of the witnesses against him in this case where she was trafficked could be in the hands of Matt Gaetz, and he could be the most powerful law enforcement official in the country in a case where the president of the United States is an adjudicated sexual abuser. If you're a sexual assault survivor, you're thinking, oh my God, this country is out to get me.
America, we're going to have to buckle up, and especially women. And while the voters may have spoken, we still have something left to say.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Damn right.
This is not a normal election.
Whether the women like it or not.
Suck my fat one.
Who's with me?
Yes!
Tick-tock, mother...
They're eating the dogs.
This isn't their Republican Party anymore.
Trust me. Shut the fuck up, Dan.
Who's with me?
Oh, yeah, the lie.
Indictable.
Out of sheer morbid curiosity, I'm allowing this freak show to continue.
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong?
Yes!
Tick-tock,
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
I think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.